Come here, baby daddy. You're officially a daddy.
Am I? Yeah.
You're baby daddy. You're my baby daddy.
You're my baby mama.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Stephanie, and today I'm gonna be doing my very long-awaited pregnancy Q&A. If you don't know this yet, I am 5.5. By the time you guys see this, almost 6 months pregnant. And yeah, a lot has changed. So I have my coffee ready. I have all of your questions that I asked you guys to send me on Instagram on my phone, and I'm just going to be answering as many questions as I can and also give you guys a little update on how my first trimester went. And now I'm halfway through my second trimester, so I'll also be talking a little bit about that. But yeah, let's get into questions. All right, the first question I'm going to answer is, how many weeks are you pregnant? And I am currently 24 weeks officially today, so it's crazy. I cannot believe how quickly time flew by. I can't believe I'm almost in my third trimester, so that's insane. So a question that I also got a lot is, how long were you guys trying for? Luckily enough, my husband and we started trying last year, beginning of last year, like February, March, but we weren't really trying that hard, if that makes any sense. So we basically just stopped any contraception, but we weren't really timing it or planning it. I was in a mindset that if it happens, it happens. And by fall, I think beginning of fall, like September, I bought an ovulation test just to keep track of my cycle. And the time where we actually timed it, I think I got pregnant mid-October. So one advice that I can give you guys is, if you are having difficulty, first of all, get an ovulation test and try to not stress about it too much as well. Like, I'm not an expert by any means, just letting you know what worked for me. My husband and I were extremely lucky that we were able to get pregnant that easily and that quickly. I know it's not the case for everyone, so I'm really grateful for that. Okay, the next question. Did you have symptoms that made you realize you were actually pregnant? So this is really funny. So the weekend where I technically skipped my period, we were in LA that weekend. For some reason, I was constantly hungry. I would eat 2 slices of pizza and I would still not be satisfied, and it was insane. I don't know why. My husband was like, oh, well, maybe you're pregnant. I'm like, well, we've been trying for, 5 months. I highly doubt that it's that. And we came back home and I took a pregnancy test, and surely enough, my husband was right and I was pregnant, which kind of amazed me because I thought the first symptoms would be nausea, vomiting, morning sickness, and all of that. But actually, I had the opposite. So my first symptoms, I was just hungry all the time and very, very tired. I felt very weak, especially at nighttime. So I thought for the first couple of weeks that I was one of the few who escaped morning sickness. I was like, this is great. I'm not feeling sick. But surely enough, by week 4 or 5, it started kicking in, and it kicked in pretty hard. So week 5 and week 6 were probably the worst. I was nauseous from morning to night. I could barely eat anything. Any type of food, any smell would make me nauseous. Thankfully enough, I did not puke, so I wasn't vomiting, but I couldn't eat anything. Food did not have the same taste, if that makes any sense. My taste buds were completely off. Chocolate, which is, I have the biggest sweet tooth. If anybody knows me, you know I love cheesecake, chocolate, any dessert. Yeah, no, sugar really did not do it for me. It tasted absolutely atrocious. I tried having ice cream. However, I did gather a few little tips and tricks that did help my nausea and my morning sickness. So if you are pregnant right now and you're going through a rough time, maybe these tips can help you. The first thing was just dry crackers or plain slice of bread, rice crackers, something like that. Something that's easy to digest. Those would help and would be easy for me to keep down. Another thing that really helped, oddly enough, I'm not sure why, but anything sour. So any fruits that were a little bit sour, like raspberries, green apples, or lemon water, I would add a little bit of lemon, and for some reason, don't ask why, it really helped. And another trick, which is probably the weirdest one, and I have no idea why it works, but it does. So because liquids were hard for me to keep down, just drinking it out of a straw, so either having my lemon water or my smoothie out of a straw, really helped me keep it down and made me less nauseous than if I was drinking it out of the cup directly. I have no idea why, it makes absolutely no sense, but it worked. So if you are experiencing morning sickness right now, maybe try a few of those tips out and hopefully they might help you as well. The other question that I get is, do you still get bloated while pregnant? And to that I say yes. You obviously get bloated when you're pregnant. From my experience, because the baby is growing and taking more and more space inside your belly, there's less and less room for food. So I've noticed that even if I have a cup of coffee in the morning, my stomach bloats a lot more. It's as if there's not enough room for all the food and the liquids. So yes, you still bloat, unfortunately, even if you are pregnant, but at least now you have an excuse. What are you craving now that you're pregnant? So weirdly enough, I haven't had pregnancy cravings. The only thing I would say that changed was, besides the first trimester where I basically couldn't eat anything and my taste buds had completely changed because I had a lot of nausea, but thank God by week 8 things were pretty much back to normal in terms of my appetite, my taste buds, all of that. The one thing that I have been craving and enjoying a lot more are fruits, especially sour fruits, and also anything sour gummies, things like that, and mustard. I've always loved mustard, but for some reason, it's really weird, I've been putting mustard on everything, on smoked salmon, chips. I've been just, anything I can dip into mustard, I've been dipping into mustard. So yeah, that's the only weird pregnancy cravings that I had so far. What did you feel at the first trimester? So like I said, the first symptoms were that I was constantly hungry and that I missed my period, which are weird because I thought the first symptoms would be being nauseous, having morning sickness, but those were my very first symptoms. The morning sickness and the nausea came a week or two after. So what are you expecting, a girl or a boy? So we actually had our gender reveal not long ago. If you guys missed it, go follow me on Instagram. I have all the videos and everything there. Or I also did a gender reveal blog post, so I'll put the link in the description box down below. You guys can check that out. It was really cute. We decorated the whole place and we had balloons, did a whole reveal, and funny enough, a lot of people asked if I thought it was a boy or a girl, and my husband and I were, for some weird reason, sure that it was gonna be a boy. We had a feeling. I kept calling the baby he and referring to the baby as he and him, but yeah, boy, were we wrong. And if you saw the reveal on my Instagram or on my blog post, we are having a baby girl and we could not be more excited. I couldn't be happier, and yeah, we're really excited to meet our little princess. You have any concerns of how Bailey will act when the baby arrives? And I found that was a very good question. So our cat is a very special cat. He's really calm. He acts like a dog. He's super friendly. He is not aggressive whatsoever. And for those reasons, no, I'm really not worried about Bailey at all. He is probably the chillest cat you have ever met in your life. All he does is sleep all day long. And I never saw him be jealous, be aggressive. If anything, he hates cuddling, he hates affection, and he's really not the jealous type. So I'm really not worried about how he's gonna act with the baby. I'm actually very curious and excited to see, like, you know, their interactions, but I think it's gonna go just fine. And knowing Bailey and knowing his personality, he's such a good cat that I don't have any concerns whatsoever. What lotions are you using for stretch marks? Okay, this is a really good question because I've been so worried about getting stretch marks. I don't want it to sound vain or anything, but obviously, you know, if they happen, they happen, but I've been doing everything that I can to prevent them. Obviously, my stomach hasn't stretched that much yet, but the third trimester is approaching quickly. So I've been using a lot of creams just to keep my skin hydrated, and also I've been using 2 different belly oils. So one of them is from Bio Oil. It has vitamin E, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, and it's really good for scars, not just pregnancy, but obviously the vitamin E is really great for preventing stretch marks. So I've been using that one, and the second oil I've been using is from Hatch. I'll have both linked down below for you guys if you want to shop them, but they're both amazing. They've both been doing a great job at keeping my skin hydrated. Fingers crossed I won't get any stretch marks, but yeah, they smell really great, both of them. And the bottle from Hatch Beauty is the most beautiful and aesthetically pleasing bottle. It looks so cute on a vanity. So yeah, highly recommend both of them. When did you and your husband know it was the right time to try for a little one? So first of all, I don't really think there's a right time. Obviously, my husband and I have been married for 5 years, so it was time, quote unquote, if you want to call it that way. We wanted to take it easy. We wanted to enjoy our time as a married couple before we even started trying to have kids. I just think it was the right timing for us. Are you still experiencing nausea? My nausea was really bad during week 5 and week 6. I think it was at its worst. So I think my nausea only started really going away in the second trimester, but it didn't completely go away. So here and there, if I had a huge meal, for example, and I felt really bloated, the nausea would kick in. But now at 24 weeks, it's been about a month that the nausea really completely disappeared. Were you actively trying to get pregnant, or was it more of an accident? So like I mentioned, no, this was not an accident. My husband and I were actively trying to get pregnant, and we started trying last year. Were you on birth control before, and if so, was getting pregnant hard? So yes, I was on birth control for years, probably since I was a teenager. I was first prescribed birth control for acne, like most young teenage girls, and I was on it for years, on and off. But before we started trying getting pregnant, I was actually off of it for a year. It just happened to be so. We didn't really time it, but I was out of birth control. I didn't want to bother getting a new prescription, and you know, I had no reason to take it at that point. So yeah, I was off of birth control for about a year before I got pregnant. Even more, actually. Probably a year and a half by the time that I did get pregnant. Do you have any baby names? So funny enough, I actually had a baby girl name picked out, but then I changed my mind and I didn't like it anymore. Then my husband and I were, for some reason, like I said, sure that it was going to be a boy, so I had my baby boy name picked out that I still love. But then obviously we found out that it was a girl, and now we don't have a name for her, so we're still debating. We still don't know. We have a few names that we like, but nothing that we're set on. So hopefully people are nice. But has anyone shamed you for any choices during your pregnancy? Shamed, no, but I did get a few messages on my Instagram, of course. I mean, I'm an influencer. My life is public on Instagram. It's part of the job. But I did get a few messages. For example, when I was having a cup of coffee, a lot of people were concerned that caffeine was not safe for the baby. But caffeine, 1 cup of coffee, is perfectly safe. So the pregnancy police can calm down. But I mean, besides that, and a few messages here and there of people just sharing their personal opinion. I haven't had anyone shame me per se, but I did have people share their opinions that were not necessarily asked for. So how do you prevent pregnancy bloat? You don't. You just bloat. There is no preventing it. Are your cravings insane? Super nervous about that. No, I haven't really had any insane cravings, to be completely honest. My appetite has probably increased a lot more, but besides that, no, nothing crazy, so don't be worried. Is it scary to see your body changing? Now, I actually love this question because obviously any woman who sees their body changing like this, it's a scary thing, you know? You don't know what's going on, your body's reacting in ways you've never seen react before. So it is very nerve-wracking, and it is very scary to see my body changing. And I mean, you guys know this. I opened up in a blog post, if you guys haven't read it yet, but I opened about my eating disorder. So as a pregnant woman, you have to mentally accept that you're gonna put on weight, which is, for somebody who went through an eating disorder and somebody who has struggled with these thoughts in the past, Putting on weight for me is extremely scary. Having the eating disorder is pretty much having a phobia of putting on weight. It's literally described as a phobia, and therefore knowing and expecting that you're gonna put on 20 to 30 pounds even is a very scary thing, even if you haven't suffered from an eating disorder. Putting on weight like that is just crazy in such a short amount of time. But I simply try to remind myself that A, it's all worth it, and that it's for the health and the well-being of my baby. And I try not to stress about it too much because it's normal, and I know that hopefully with a proper diet and a proper exercise, my body will be able to bounce back. So I'm trying not to stress too much about it. I'm trying to be easy on myself, and I'm trying to let myself eat whatever I want, whatever I crave, because I don't want to look back and think about this time in a negative way. I want to enjoy my time being pregnant, and I also want to try to just do what's best for my baby, and that's not stressing, not, you know, restricting myself from eating whatever I want to eat, and yeah, having a clean diet. So that's what I've been doing to try to cope, is just doing everything that I can to stay healthy. So staying active, working out, and trying to eat healthy. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been the best with eating healthy. I've kind of been indulging right and left. I've been eating pizza, I've been eating ice cream, but I try to incorporate a lot more fruits, a lot more vegetables, just to make me feel a little bit better. Yes, I'm eating bigger quantities, but at least it's healthy food. Not gonna lie, I might have had 1 or 2 or 5 breakdowns about me putting on weight and my body changing, and of course, I don't fit into any of my jeans anymore. I don't even fit into my bras anymore. I actually went up 2 cup sizes, which is insane to me. I had to buy a whole new set of bras from Victoria's Secret, and even all of my activewear, my sports bras, my leggings don't fit because they're way too tight. Everything's way too tight. I'm popping out of everything. So if you are pregnant right now and you're having a tough time, know that first of all, you're not alone. And it's absolutely normal to have those emotions and to feel that way. At first, I felt almost guilty of not wanting to put on weight. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to, you know, I don't have the six-pack that I used to have. And you know what? I kind of miss it. Not gonna lie, I miss fitting into my jeans. But at the end of the day, it's all worth it. And those are not the important things in life, so. Did you take any extra steps to get pregnant, or your husband? No, we actually did not. So I am really blessed. I feel really blessed and fortunate that my husband and I didn't have to take any extra steps, do any sort of in vitro or anything like that, or go to a fertility clinic. I'm so blessed and so grateful that that was not the case for my husband and I. So really happy about that. What stroller and car seat are you getting? I have no idea. I did not buy my car seat. I did not buy my stroller yet. I actually barely bought, besides baby clothes, I don't think I bought anything for the baby, which is not a good thing. We're 5 months in and I should start buying a lot more things. I know a lot of people recommended the Uppa Baby stroller, but I need to look into it. I have no idea. So hopefully I start buying all these things soon. And my mom, by the way, oh my God, I have to show this to you guys because it's the absolute cutest thing. But my mom sent me a box of clothes. I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but oh my gosh, my mom sent me a box full of so much baby clothes. My mom bought more things than my husband and I did, but look, these little pajamas, they are so cute. I'm like, I'm dying. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? So she sent me a bunch of little PJs and cute little neutral set. It was before, she bought all of this before we knew if it was a boy or a girl, so everything is pretty much gender neutral, but I'm obsessed. I mean, this little, I have to show you guys this one. This little elephant blanket. And actually, funny enough, the first thing that my husband and I purchased for the baby ourselves were this little pair of socks. I got them at Target actually. So cute. I'm obsessed, and yeah, I cannot wait to dress our baby girl. We also have this set from Zara that, I mean, if this is not the cutest little lounge set you've ever seen in your life, how adorable is this? And this was actually a gift from Benefit Cosmetics, so Benefit, if you're watching, thank you so much. This is so cute. And yeah, I can't wait to start buying little dresses and little things for a princess, because I think that's like the fun part, right? But if you guys have any recommendation, please leave them down below, because I am so confused on what stroller and what car seat to get. So leave all of your suggestions in the comments. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you also to everybody who sent me a question through Instagram. If you guys have any more questions, you can of course leave them down below in the comments, and let me know what you want to see next. Let me know if you have any baby name suggestions for a girl. Okay, and quickly before we end this video, I'm just going to show you guys my belly, do a little belly update. So this is my belly. I'm currently 24 weeks. I ate a little bit this morning, so it is a little bloated, but yeah, baby girl is definitely growing. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and please stay home, stay safe. I love you all, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.